Tonight, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through. No two NFL teams have played more often than the Bears and Packers, and we're underway from Lambeau. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cobb. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
Who was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Rodgers. Open man, here is Cobb. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 35. But Charles, a tough task ahead for this defense, trying to slow down Aaron Rodgers. What would you be trying to do?
I would think about selective pressure, Brandon, and what I mean by that is he's going to eat you up if you blitz him too often, because he'll read that and go to the man coverage patterns. But every now and then you bring that pressure at him, make him deliver the ball on time. It's when he keeps the ball, maneuvers out of the pocket, and throws deep, that's when you're in big trouble.
Now a first down carry by Jones. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Throwing is Rodgers. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he is going to have a Packers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Jones running left. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Rosa's kick is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. Well, they didn't get in the end zone, but pretty good balance there on the opening drive between the run and the pass.
Yeah, I think that was probably what they wanted to get accomplished right out of the gate. Throw the ball with success, run it, of course, to set the tone. So who saw the offensive coordinator's play sheet? Probably wrote himself a little note. Exactly what we wanted to do. Probed it early and got it done.
Well, the Bears offense making their way out now for their first drive with Justin Fields, the rookie from Ohio State, at quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap. Fields got an open man. It's Pringle. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Another good throw there in what has been a strong rookie season to this point, Charles, as he now has surpassed the 3,000-yard mark with that last completion.
I just think he's been forced to learn on the job here in his first year. Normally, veterans talk about, hey, I get the answers to the test before the game even begins. But this guy's taking the test with every throw, with every game, and so far he's passing with flying colors.
And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to just matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Hunter Nicewander on to punt now on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right? Preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Running right, Jones. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. Here's Rodgers to throw. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he's going to have a Packers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Let's see what you got. 58, right over there, Yeah.
Rodgers now to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. On 1st down, it's Jones. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. It'll be a gain of 5, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Jones. Shifts past him at the 45. And he is going to have a Packers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Two times. You got three down.
On first down, Rodgers. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Sammy Watkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. That time, a 9-play drive. And the result, a Green Bay score. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too. I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On first down, it's Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. Off play action, Fields. There's Mooney with another catch. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 42. From the gun, here's Fields. Completes a Mooney on the slant. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
2nd and 5.
Draw play. Fields gives to Montgomery. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Fields on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Montgomery, they'll run for it. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 20. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
It's a party now. It's a party now. Check, 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 check.
Now it's Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They go back to the ground with Jones. 1st down and much more here for Jones. And finally marked down at the 23. 76 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this 1st half.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
And a short gain here down to the 22. Justin Jones there on the stop. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And he's got his man on the out route. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver. Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Touchdown! Robert Tonyan hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Rosas to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go.
And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, Fields.
Over the middle, complete. It's Montgomery. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Packers pick it up. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it is cold.
And it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees.
Rodgers' throw taken in by Watkins here.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll make it 2nd down. Now Rodgers. That is incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Rosas' kick is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Well, the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Throwing again is Fields. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Here's Fields. Got a man open. That's Harry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st down, Fields. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where it was the Texans who picked up the victory at home. Ryan Fitzpatrick, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we head up to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Raiders. Patrick Mahomes, terrific in the victory, as his guys moved their record to 9-4 on the year. And finally, on Monday Night Football, we put a bow on Week 14 with a good one in the NFC West. The Rams and Cardinals from Glendale at 8:15 Eastern Time. And our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
He's checking.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Back to throw. Fields. Caught by Montgomery. And some room to roam now. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Blocked it into the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Fields on 1st down. That's caught by Montgomery. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Working with a 2nd and 3. And off comes to Montgomery.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
He'll buy some time right. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30, and he'll be taken down at the 26. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Fields now to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown, Bears. Byron Pringle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Let me play, dog. Let me play.
Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around a finger or the hand, That's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 91 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
It certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
Rodgers now on first down. Open man left side, it's the tight end Tunyon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Jalen Johnson that time able to knock it away.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Now they'll let Olawale have a crack at it. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Rodgers. And it's a Packers touchdown. Robert Tunyon, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22.
Onto the field now come the Bears. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Montgomery. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
To throw is Fields.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Here's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
So the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up fourth down.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
Another drive coming up for this Packers offense.
That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Rodgers. Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive with the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10. And meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Beasley.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the Packers who won that game on the road, so they'll be trying to win the season series here at home in Lambeau.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers on the left side, he finds Beasley. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Rodgers again now.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down.
Got a man, it's Tunyon.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this is caught by Watkins. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown! 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Packers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well, I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Looking to throw again on second down. Fields. And he finds Montgomery complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Bears on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Fields. Got an open man. It's Pringle. 7 yards the pick up there. Fields throwing again. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read there by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Again, Fields. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now it's Fields. Caught on the slant. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Fields going to hold on to it. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Bears cut into that lead. Offensively, pretty effective option play there for the score.
Certainly was, and it appeared to me that the defense overshifted and overplayed the trail back, the pitch man, and almost forgot about the quarterback. In fact, they did forget about the quarterback, and he turned it into a touchdown.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for two.
Watch the run, watch the run.
They'll try and throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down. A give to Jones. And he gets it down to the 32.
115 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Rodgers now to throw. Caught by Cobb. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and didn't do it very often.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain. His guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
A lot of of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not in a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Green Bay, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they lose their 9th game on the year. And they'll get a home game next week against the Minnesota Vikings.